So I have with me somebody very special today. Everybody that have my show is special, Paolo. Let's get this started.
Yeah.
That's a high five. I have Paolo from PreviewFirst.com. I have had the privilege of knowing Paolo for a couple of years now. He is a very prominent individual in at least my market, which is Orange County. But I know you're in many, many markets, Paolo. Paolo is a really very unique brand and tool that is just taking over, right, Paolo? I mean, you guys are just expanding. You went from San Diego to Orange County. What does that look like, Paolo?
No, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, so we started out, small little real estate media company here in San Diego County, and simply by applying the same principles, we'd hope any vendor that we would choose to entrust with our business, the same kind of care and attention. We've done that with real estate photography and video, and we've grown now to have a really good market share in San Diego County. The same with Orange County. It's really, the business just took off in Orange County. We've expanded now. We're in Riverside County, all the way out to Palm Springs, Indian Wells. We are doing really well in Los Angeles County, expanded to Ventura County, and recently expanded to Santa Barbara County. So and we, prior to COVID, we were looking to go multi-state.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Paolo, is that because of you? I mean, are you the CEO of PreviewFirst, or are you just a representative, like an ambassador?
No, I'm part of the executive team. Yeah, I'm technically the vice president of the company. But yeah, we have an incredible, from our CEO, South, who himself, in a past life was an agent, a realtor, and has a clear understanding of what it makes and breaks exceptional real estate media, understanding how critical it is and how important it is to the success of agents. In both the existing listing that we're being entrusted to market, and then also in regards to their brand, how competitive it is in Southern California. So that was driving Steve Carroll, who is the founder and the CEO of our company. And then that has literally been that same philosophy travels south through the company all the way down to our customer support people that. We have a large customer support team in San Diego that manages all the orders for Southern California. Every single photographer is hired with the same mindset that the client is the center of the universe at that point in time. And it pivots all around making our clients look good. I mean, that's just literally, and with consistent, dependable results. And like when you go to Starbucks, you expect that same experience. You expect them to know your name. You expect them. And they're a big,
class quality, yeah.
They're the big, ginormous, multinational company, but you feel that you're, and rightfully so, you're important to their business and the success of their business. Each individual cup of coffee. So that's the same approach we've taken with real estate photography. Each and every shoot is that's the most important shoot of the day. Whether we're shooting $100 million Beverly Hills estate, or we're shooting a $250,000 condo in Riverside County, or wherever it may be, that's our company's mindset. So it's really playing out well here in Southern California. And despite even what's going on with coronavirus, I've shared with you, we are extremely busy. We're hiring. So
wow, which is so amazing, because today I just read that unemployment even skyrocketed. Paolo, of course, it's going to be through this crack in our universe we've had the past 6 months, which is kind of like a write-off. The past 6 months, Paolo, because I had deals, I had pre-approval notices, I had people wanting to buy. I'm talking February. Gone. So what I'm doing is, this is my philosophy. I had to do this, Paolo. I'm writing the past 6 months off. It's gone. I'm looking at the present and the future, because that's all I have. And again, a lot has happened, so I'm not complaining. I just know that you're hiring, and a lot of people are, they're not in that position. So that says a lot for your brand and your company.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I mean, and again, in all reality, we understand a lot of we have we've been blessed with a really large market share here in Southern California. So not all our clients are buried in listings. We're sensitive to that too. Yeah. Every client that's coming to us to market their properties with some of these challenges that they have now with these open house restrictions and stuff, we've been as creative as possible, and obviously as safe as possible too. We following all the safety protocols and requirements.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what you're doing. Let's talk about your brand first, what services you offer, because that's very, very important. And then also let's talk about what is that really, we all know that COVID is a hard time for us. So let's just kind of bypass that because we're coming to the end of that, hopefully, I believe so. And let's talk about your brand and the service you offer. So do you want me to share my screen, or do you have some things you want to show?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, if you go into the website, it's pretty clearly laid out as far as our core services go. So if you're on PreviewFirst.com, those are some of the recent. I was going to show you some of the recent shoots, and then also show them on some big platforms to kind of really get viewers' minds thinking about how to properly leverage all points of marketing, despite some of the platforms that I'm pointing to be some concern to some of your viewers. There's real value in marketing and being comprehensive with your marketing. Right. So, but yeah, our core services, real estate photography is our core service. I mean, it still is. Photos are king in real estate media. I mean, all those surveys, NAR, CAR. I mean, all the all the studies that have been done, checking on what consumers value in pursuing a home or determining one home being of interest versus another. Photos by far are still the primary driving medium that media source, that consumers are looking for, like 93 to 95% up there versus video, 3D. Everyone's so focused on 3D now with coronavirus, but photos, good, high quality architectural, photos that tell them about their property is still what's driving.
Jeepers, what is this property here?
Yeah, in Rancho Santa Fe. Yeah, we're that's our, we do a lot of business in that neck of the woods. Just, if you don't know, that community in Southern California, just gorgeous little sleepy town.
It is. It's stunning with the mountains and the hills, and it's cool.
It's not far in from Del Mar, but
absolutely
glorious little community in there. Fairbanks Ranch also connects to.
The reason I know photography is so important, being in real estate myself, is even in I'm doing some wholesaling lately, Paolo. I'll probably close my first deal by the end of the month. There's so much property on the market when it comes to distressed property, that I fly through the pictures. It's the pictures that tell the story.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at: the land, at the property, and at the roof, and at the cleanup, and if there's a pool, if there's popcorn ceiling. I would not know any of that if I didn't look at the images, because words can say a lot, but images mean everything, because there's the proof. Can I play this video? What is this 3D virtual tour, Paolo?
Well, I mean, as far as if you got it, and if you're in that slideshow, the deck I shared.
Yes, over here.
Yeah. If you play that'll it plays through like a little preview of our 3D service. So if you want to click on that on the website there, I mean, we do have
the website, okay.
Visual assets to be able to better understand our services, and then also, if you are considering using us, we represent you, of course. So the vendors you've chosen, play into a consumer considering why they should do business with you. So again, too, a lot of our clients direct their clients to our visual assets to be able to say, hey, look, here's the real estate media company that I choose to do business with, and here's why. They're at the top tier in this space. They know what they're doing with regards to, first off, the number one driving consideration for real estate, which is good photos, good listing photos. So we have all of those assets also in place, so that some of our clients can either, of course, new consumers considering using us, new clients looking to potentially use us.
I know from some of our top agents in Orange County. I have an agent, I won't mention her name. She was saying where she literally had a buyer from Dubai call about a property that he had seen online. He did the walkthrough to the Matterport, the 3D virtual tour, flew in for the weekend. So she took him, of course she took him, he's from Dubai. He flew in for the weekend to preview the home and some other homes that he had seen online. That weekend, he bought a home for cash, $7.2 million, and went back to Dubai. And all because he had experienced the property before he actually, you know, went into the real world through 3D virtual tours. Those are the kind of cases where it makes almost history, Paolo, where you really, you get a good understanding of what it means, the significance it means having a 3D virtual tour or Matterport.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I will tell you that, I mean, video has always been slowly, you know, we've been slowly increasing in the demand and the amount. I mean, because, you know, we're a busy group. If I share with you what we typically shoot on a daily and a monthly basis, you know, it's impressive the production that our team's capable of here. But I would tell you that we were really surprised, even with the open house restrictions. Video, definitely, we saw almost a doubling of our video demand, but we saw a tripling, if not in certain weeks, quadrupling of our demand for our 3D services. And some of them were from, I mean, because we work with some of the top producers in literally all those 6 counties.
Yes.
We work with some of the top producers, you know, as far as some of their luxury portfolios, ultra luxury portfolios, you know, based agents who said they would not touch 3D with a 50-foot pole. Wow. They're ordering 3D for their luxury and their ultra luxury. We shot a property in Dana Point that, mentioning Dubai, one of the royal family members was involved with, from what I understand. And
actually, I just read this. Yeah, I just saw this article. Yeah, was it
stunning property, and because it's so immersive. I mean, the new systems, if you haven't seen them, they're far more user friendly to navigate. They're shot in ultra high definition, so not like 1080p. They're shot at 4K. So the new systems, they're ultra high definition. I mean, you can go up to granite countertops and zoom in and look at like the quartz. You can go up to cabinets and look at grain, like in the cabinets. It's that detailed. So it's merciless. So if the home needs some TLC, it's somewhat merciless to give you someone with 24/7 access to your listing. But that's the other benefit. If somebody is sitting in Dubai, you can send them 6 to 8 properties. Say, hey, look at these 6 to 8. When you fly out, we'll just look at 2 or 3 because that's a busy person, right?
Of course, exactly. They know how to make decisions, smart decisions, executive decisions, and make them fast. What I do like about quality is people that understand quality, and I'm talking most, that's one thing I do know about Americans. They love quality. I like good, strong products. So whether it's a $500,000 home or a $500,000 condo to a multi-million-dollar palatial estate, it's actually all the same. Clients demand excellence.
Right.
In a decent way. I'm not saying, you know, Americans, I mean, in a very sincere, positive way, but they, you know, because images do sell, but there is a quality in the work that you do. It's not just, you're just another photography company. Paolo, you take it very serious.
Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, look, there's a couple of things that we have been involved with. I mean, if we'd only, if we just thought about it a little more as far as some of the concepts that we've helped to launch, the virtual tour systems and, you know, cobbling together drones in the late 90s, and then eventually when the company launched in the early 2000s, being some of the first companies to be pioneering in these spaces. So, but we've made it. I mean, so in a sense, PreviewFirst has kind of set industry standards in certain regards with regards to real estate media here in Southern California. And it's probably one of the most competitive property markets in the world is in Southern California. So, you know, the small, minute time that you have to get a consumer's attention, you know, some of my age, it's seconds. You know, the millennials, milliseconds, and it goes, you know, incrementally down. as you move
your children, nanoseconds.
Yeah, it's so your media matters, right? So coming up with a solution that you know how to market properties, you know what a consumer is looking for, you know the right color compositions and how to present that image in a sense that it's triggering all the right neurons. That's what our company's really nailed. We really have nailed that process down, and we do it in a very affordable manner. I mean,
that's one thing that's one thing I can attest for with PreviewFirst is your rates are, and you know, they're unbeatable. Yeah. Paolo, they really are. Paolo, I'm looking at this MP4 video over here, this view sample. This is just one of the slideshows that you can put together from the images. You can actually make a video. Am I right?
Yeah, like that little that thumbnail there that you saw there. That's kind of just a a shot of the virtual tour property websites that come with every shoot. Like every PreviewFirst photography shoot includes a virtual tour property website, has its like a user interface with whatever media. And this is a really low cost and expensive way to virtually market your listing up on YouTube, on some of the social media platforms. We'll take that slideshow, the photos, right?
Right.
Because it's really stills in our computer software. Our software system generates motion. It's not really a video, but we can convert it to an actual MP4 video file for $25. So,
and the images are moving. I can
yeah.
see that there's some nice image movement going on. You've somehow, your software gives us some movement, which is nice.
Yeah, so Camberent effect, and
yeah.
we go a little further. We do some parallaxing and some other additional touches on the image to make it look even more like there's some motion, rotation, versus just pulling across an image
right.
like slideshows. And it was the music. We can brand it. So that's a real low cost entry point for trying to virtually market your listing nowadays. And that's kind of like we always trying to find the most cost-effective way for our clients to market themselves.
I mean, for $25,
if they want to take it up and take it up a notch, we offer video, professional grade video, and a couple different service levels too, where we can go completely cinematic and go all the bells and whistles, and if you bring the toys, and we can play a couple videos with Ferraris and some fun stuff.
But, nice. Paolo, is that the enhanced video and the highlight reel? Is that these ones over here?
Yeah, so the enhanced video, that's kind of our entry point into professional grade video. So and then again, part of the concierge element of our services is that we do deliver these professional grade branded videos to the big platforms, to the Zillow group. We have an agreement where we will distribute that. It publishes nationally, branded for you. And then there's some local geo-targeted marketing that happens too, and we can go into that in a little more detail.
Let's talk about Zillow, because I know with Zillow, I remember at one point, if you didn't have a video, you literally wouldn't be featured on Zillow, or something to that effect. Paolo, can you edutain us on that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, as best as I understand their program, because they launched like a video walkthrough program a couple years ago, and they were really trying to promote video. They would promote listings that had video in addition to photos. They would give them that listing a little more visibility up on their platforms. And in addition to that, they started not only that, if you did add video to their platform, they also then promoted your listing by looking for consumers that had saved. So consumers that were up on their platform that had saved similar searches were then targeted and sent an email notification from Zillow saying, hey, looks like you're in the market. Looks like you've saved some listings that are similar to this particular listing. Take a look at it. So it's kind of like, would be in a sense, it's Zillow promoting your listing branded right up on these platforms. Because if they work with select media partners like us, we can brand these for them, book in their branding. So that one example I showed you, that if you're in that email I sent to you, the Irvine property.
Which one is that, Paolo?
So if you keep going down I mean, there's multiple examples there of some recent shoots, but that one there, right there, if you click on like that top one, it'll show the virtual tour property website. So a recent PreviewFirst photography and video shoot.
Excellent.
That we did for a pretty large group that, most of your users would know who they are.
Who is this group, Paolo?
Well, this fine. This one happened. Yeah, that's Brandon. It's the SWAT.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely. Let's promote them, Paolo. Look at this gorgeous
incredible.
book.
Yeah, Doug and Rachel run an incredible group in Orange County. Actually, within that brand, probably one of the top groups within that brand in Orange County. So like I mentioned earlier,
I remember them a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, credible group. And they brought that toy, and we got to, we don't provide the toys.
Yeah.
So bring the toys. We can do custom stuff too. So, but we can scale any video project that you have in mind. But we like to keep it simple because consumers, despite another group that is in Orange County that we both know that does some pretty incredible elaborate videos that are not the norm for listing videos. This is more palatable to consumers.
Right, but also it adds a lot of value. I mean, having a Ferrari pull up, I mean, that really is, to me, I just get excited. Just I mean, I like the Ferrari, but the home is just, it adds so much value. What I'm trying to say, Paolo.
Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that video you're watching there is called the highlight reel. It starts at $350, so it's published rate 600. If you're adding it to a photo shoot, it's $350, and then you can augment it with aerial, video too. And like Doug and Rachel are there mic'd up doing a agent property introduction and outro. Yeah. And actually, they're doing a narration. So if you go back to that email, what I wanted to show you is that property is actually on the market right now. And if you click the second link down, you'll see how the access point to be able to promote your brand and your listing up in these big, giant shopping, real estate shopping networks like Zillow and Trulia. So that's the opportunity that I really do think.
These images are stunning.
Yeah. So thank you. So that's my team. Yeah. And it's an incredible group of photographers that are shooting the PreviewFirst way, editors that are editing, that's all they do. Our photographers don't edit the photos, our editors do. So, so that combination, that synergy between our incredible teams, I mean, I got some, even on our video side, people that we've snagged from, some incredible media companies to start crafting real estate media at the next level. That's what we after. We want to take this all to the next level. To make to give our clients an unfair market advantage.
Now we know when it comes to
photography,
right? Absolutely, of course, it's a very reasonable price, very reasonable. Now, Paolo, I know when it comes to photography, there's copyright content.
Yeah.
Now I've used it before, so I'm gonna talk from my point of view. I remember when I used Paolo at PreviewFirst on all of my shoots, they would always ask me, don't want any establishing shots, like if it was Dana Point, there's a Dana Point Harbor, it was Laguna Beach, there's main streets and so forth, and all the art galleries. So your photographers actually take some extra external shots. I call them money shots of the beach or the harbor or the Newport Arch, and add it into my video. So that was the most amazing thing is, so at the end of the day, there's no copyright infringement at all. And I own the content. So when Paolo's done, I paid Paolo at PreviewFirst for his service. It's my content. It doesn't belong to Paolo. That was a big thing. I remember in the past, Paolo, we had issues with photographers. I'm talking, not you, I'm just talking, I remember this years ago. But hold on, you have to ask for permission, but hold on, I paid you for the pictures. Yeah, but I own the copyright. I'm like, okay, hold on. You're open, transparent canvas. We use your service, the content belongs to us.
Yeah, so we get full copyright release. I think the only exception is like if you're auctioning off the images, and that's, I mean, I don't know, I've been with the company for a long time. I've never ever, had that experience, but it's in there because at some point something like that must have happened. But otherwise, it's a full copyright release. I mean, we're looking to partner with our clients, and so I don't understand some of those lawsuits. The one that was that 7-figure one. With,
yes,
like what are you doing?
I'm sure you've heard it all.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, and every shoot does include, we'll go out and we'll actually shoot signage of the community.
Right.
We'll add in, that's all complimentary, all the community photos that we shoot. So we want to be able to, in a sense, deliver context, to help our clients, in a sense, deliver context in regards to the property's location, the city it's in. So yeah, if you're looking at that one, obviously you see, click on the next link.
I mean, it opened up with a video. Look at that. That was great.
Yeah, so if you go to the third link in that email that I sent to you, you'll see how that also how that listing first shows up on like a platform like Trulia. When you click in on Trulia, the video is the first thing you see actually before you can actually access the photos. So when you do video,
there it is right there. Yeah, there's a picture on the right hand side.
Yeah, that's that same property right now up on Trulia. So and when you click in on that, and it's bookend your brand, it opens up with your brand and it closes with your brand, and it's being pushed out into the local market where you do business or you have your active branding campaign going on. This type of video can be invaluable and really help to solidify your marketplace in these areas. So that's why I highly recommend our clients add these videos to their marketing and to again, if you listen to Tom, Ferry and Brian Buffini, they're all big on video, right? But it's also about the branding campaign needs to be consistent. It's kind of a marathon race. It's not this giant sprint, who can burn the most money. It's just this consistent, constant marketing strategy into your marketplace, but layered, right? You have to layer your marketing. So it's not just that you're out there with great photos and you putting your brochures and your flyers out into those communities, because without the additional touch of the big platforms and social media, that's junk mail. Like if I'm getting a particular agent's flyers and brochures coming to my house, and they haven't engaged me on some other medium or platform, it's just bothersome to me. Versus the way the human mind works with subliminal marketing, and why people pay $5-6 million for 30 seconds on Super Bowl Sunday, right? Is because it's effective. You cannot fight the subliminal elements about our mind. And when you're opening up that video up in these big platforms that Zillow said, hey, check out this listing that we think you should look at, because it looks like you're in the market for a similar listing. And it opens up with the Swatstrom Group presents, or whoever presents, and then closes with all their content. And you doing that 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 times in a year. Now that consumer's going, wow, those guys list a lot in my community. When that little brochure flyer shows up in my mail, it's like, yeah, I remember seeing that video with these guys. And then whatever other marketing that they putting forth in that particular marketplace. Now they're layering their marketing. Now everything's a touch point, right? Versus junk mail. It's I may not hold on to that brochure or flyer that just listed, but now I'm noticing that it's Doug again, or it's Rachel again, or it's Michelle again. So.
It's also targeted, right? Part of it's targeted, because I get a lot of I'm on lots of agents lists, so I get a lot of updates on their listings and their souls and so forth. And it's interesting. A lot of them I'll delete, but there's actually some that I like. And I mean, listen, I'll look at what they just listed or what they just sold, because I actually like them. Yeah. So I'm in real estate, so you are right. You need constant contact. Because if I didn't receive the emails, I'd forget, or I'd kind of not really care. But because I care, not that I'll ever use it, because I'll do my own sales myself. Right. There's still, like you said, the constant contact. Yeah. If they're doing that to me, imagine how they're doing that to their own clients.
Yeah, and that's also why, why we have kind of touched on the big giant platforms several times here, because you want to go wherever the consumer is. You should be there, and you should be there regularly. Right. So how many of your clients or your viewers are paying into that relationship to be accessing that opportunity? I don't know many, because it costs. But that video opportunity is positioned. It's the most amazing opportunity actually for any agent, whether they're a premier agent or they're not. If they're somewhat consistent in their marketplace with listings and they're adding video to it, they can then brand it, and it gets pushed out, and anybody that has a similar saved listing in that marketplace is receiving their branding campaign courtesy of Zillow and Trulia.
Absolutely.
On a consistent basis. It's just it's foolish not to take advantage of that. I mean, it's just so we've seen a lot of we've seen a lot of success with our clients because of it. So
Paolo, how long have you been at PreviewFirst now?
Over 5 years. Yeah, I was. Wow. Yeah, it's been came out of the tech industry, and then into and I watched. I almost made the decision in was it 2005 or 2006, and then I remember thinking, man, I'm so thankful I didn't, because of what happened. Right. And then I watched this company survive and then thrive during those years when I had an opportunity to join ranks. I did. I was like, okay, this is the right company for me. So.
Nice, Paolo. Very nice.
So, and I came out of the tech industry, utility tech industry. So, what we're doing is, it's not common in this space. Like, I mean, we have a very large. I mean, we're probably regionally one of the largest teams in the country. And what we're doing in this commodity service space is right. Not common. It's the investments that we're making to really give our, like I shared before, to give our clients an unfair market advantage. And it's working. It's all working. So it's working for our clients, and it's obviously, thankfully, it's working for the investments we're making as a company. So it's
you've grown leaps and bounds, because I do remember you back in the day working for Chris Heller. They had a team, Heller that sells homes in San Diego. I remember you came into Orange County and doing the rounds and came to all the broker previews and visiting all the agents. I remember that. I mean, this is a couple of years ago. Now look at you, Paolo.
All that sweat equity, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you're right. It is a commodity. There's massive value in your services. At the end of the day, because I'm a real estate agent, I know how we think, Paolo. It's all about price.
Right.
And that's what I love about PreviewFirst is not only are you competitive, you're reasonable. Because it's easy to undercut the other guy, Paolo. Anybody can do that. First of all, it's about sustainability. That's the first thing, because you can always undercut the other guy, but you're going to sustain yourself. And the second of the quality.
Right.
You know, you get a discount service for a discount fee. You normally you're going to get a discount product. I have not seen that with PreviewFirst. I'm not saying your discount price. I'm saying is you're super reasonable on your pricing, Paolo.
Yeah, well, we are. We looked at what the market bears for a good quality architectural shoot, like real estate shoot. We've positioned ourselves, I think, in a real healthy price point for our clients. We haven't compromised on ultimately the finished goods or the final product, right? So and you don't want to, like, if you might have somebody that can offer you something at $20, $50 less, but when you're talking about losing or winning a listing, what does that translate to as far as, like, so we do have some very frugal minded individuals that we try and show the light to, in the sense that, hey, look, this is, we are not going to, our pricing that we come to market with is like 1,000 scale. So unless you're doing more than 1,000 listings a year, that is your price. Right. So that's kind of the way we've decided to come to market, is very aggressively with small margin, and it's a volume consideration for us, right? Yeah. So
and also it's relationship based. I know some of the top agents that I've worked with, and you work with them. I've seen you around, Paolo. So it's interesting where I've gone from not really the mom and pop brokerage, but I've gone from the small brokerages in town to the big mega ones, and you're in there everywhere. Yeah, you're very omnipresent, Paolo.
Yeah, if you go on our website, and of course, we're showcasing the ultra luxury listings on the homepage. But if you look at those listings, you'll recognize the groups that we do business with, that they some of the top real estate groups in the world that entrust us with their marketing.
Where's that, Paolo? Where can I find that?
So if you scroll down, keep going down, and you'll see, in a sense, those showcase listings. A lot of those were record listings, and listings that people in those states know which groups listed those properties. And those are, again, those. But what I'm trying to speak to is that every PreviewFirst client and every shoot is given the same consideration. We do have some service levels for, like, comprehensive photography and luxury photography, and there's a little more TLC given to images, because you're paying a premium for our luxury. 85% of our shoots are normal, regular, track homes here in Southern California. So, but we are entrusted with the big luxury and ultra luxury listings. And usually you're going to a boutique media company to handle kind of, the marketing for properties like that. However, PreviewFirst has really established our reputation in being able to shoot track homes, and also to be able to shoot estates and just incredible architectural. We have some of the most amazing properties here in Southern California, I think, in the world. So our company has our service portfolio is such that we can handle that, and you can entrust us with it. So
and also consistency, Paolo. You have a consistency.
It's key. Yeah.
You're always available. You're always easily approachable or reachable, and you're right out there.
We have a large support team, customer support reps and agents and scheduling, and we have humans that answer the phone. We're quick to respond. We're 15, 20 minutes, you're getting an email response to your email. You can schedule. We have an online scheduling system. We also, if your preference is to pick the phone up, we have a large customer support team at our corporate offices in San Diego that are all stateside. It's all Southern California individuals operating here in Southern California. So we don't outsource, to some call center where people don't know. They don't really speak the language. It's not their first language, and
right. And also, but bots today, you literally think you're speaking to a human being, and you're not.
Yeah.
So I think that, because I know when I'm talking to a bot, even my wife knows when she's talking to a bot. And they're out there. Paolo, I want to end it here, sir. Yeah. I want to ask one thing of you. You know, this is your game. You're the image expert, the image professional. What can you give us? What's the takeaway from all of this about PreviewFirst, the market changing? First of all, do not shoot your own images by yourself, and your phone does not count. Yeah. What do you have advice for us? Give us something a go away, Paolo, before we exit this.
Well, I would say, you know, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's the market still, thank goodness, it looks like it's moving in the right direction, and every week it moves more so in the right direction. So, you know, I think on aggregate in the 6 counties that we service, it's still from county to county 40 to 50% below the normal inventory levels, right? So it's concerning. So we have a lot of our clients that are very concerned. I will tell you, the ones that have remained invested in what they were doing before, and consistently remaining invested in, you know, in not compromising on their marketing. These are the times, like you hear all the big real estate coaches speaking about, these are the moments where you can really grab some market share and market attention, because your competitors will back off. Your competitors will compromise. And,
nice, I like that.
And don't do that. Don't compromise right now. Here's a time where you make those investments. Of course, you know, people will say, I have an ulterior motive because I want to continue to shoot, you know, photography and video for you. But I will tell you that I've seen clients that are being consistent with their branding, consistent with the professional level of the marketing that they're willing to put forth. They are differentiating themselves like never before with consumers that are now expecting the next level. These consumers, they're more savvy. They're on these big giant platforms like we talked about, like Zillow and Trulia. They had a pretty noticeable drop in the amount of people that were on their platforms when this coronavirus all hit. That's all reversed. It's done a V-shaped recovery. Not only but they're now breaking records where they were last year. They've exceeded all of that, with consumers spending more time on their platform, looking for more quality media and more immersive media like 3D. It's the numbers are going through the roof on what consumers.
That's my wife. My wife does that. She's on Zillow all the time, looking at homes in Newport Beach, the one that just got listed. I mean, my wife knows more about Newport Beach real estate than I do, Paolo.
I'm telling you, and the 3D stuff, the stats that are coming out, where, I mean, empirical data that like Matterport has been pairing up with these other research groups, showing how homes sell quicker and for more when they have the Matterport 3D attached to them, in addition to photography. So there's data out there supporting what the fact that consumers are looking for these immersive virtual marketing, virtual experience opportunities with regards to considering one listing versus another. So that's why we've expanded our team. We've grown our team like crazy during this period, and particularly our 3D team. And what I shared with you too is what's not published. If you go on our website, you know, and you see our published rates, which are very aggressive, there's significant discounts when you're adding 3D to a photo shoot that my team will advise your viewers of when they call in. I mean, very, very aggressive discounts that are not published. You know, we do that for a couple different reasons. A lot of my competitors are watching my platform on a regular basis. So
right, I remember seeing your where's your.
Oh, so if you go to the 3D, which is 3D Tour, the top there. So and the published rate for us is already a competitive rate, and when you're adding it to a shoot, it's significantly discounted. So
Location Matterport, fantastic.
Yeah, it depends on the part of the, you know, in certain counties have certain discounts, but, you know, they range between 30 to 50% off. So, yeah, they should contact my team at the 888-213-8324 number.
Well, you know what, Paolo, I'll have, just send me all your details. I will have all of Paolo from PreviewFirst contact details in the description box below. Reach out to him. Any realtor, and Paolo is growing. He's in LA right now. He's going north of Los Angeles. He's all over Southern California. He's easily approachable and reachable. So I have all of his details in the contact box. But please subscribe to the channel. please share with us. We'll be going on a podcast on Spotify as well, so you'll have it there. And Paolo, I want to thank you for your time, man. It's been great. Paolo, I can spend hours with you because I know your mind's full of data and the technology and advancements and upgrades and so forth, and which I'm sure you know a lot more than we do about the behind the scenes growth opportunity within the visual media world, right?
There's some really neat things coming, like some stuff that I can't disclose right now that we'll have to regroup here and do a second episode or something. But some disruptions coming, but if you position yourself for them, you know, I think
if you embrace them and use them for your benefit, I think you dominate. I think it's when you run for the hills, Paolo, you lose that big time. I think you need to embrace the avalanche because then you ride the wave.
Oh yeah.
Ride the wave. It's like, I keep saying this. Ignorance you can fix. Stupidity lasts forever. Paolo, we just have to evolve with the times. We just have to. We don't have a choice.
No, man.
Technology, it's machine learning, artificial intelligence. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to get better.
Yeah, I mean, and also just those, like you said, like you recognize the opportunity. Like we've had clients that were originally resistant to, like, I mean, like we keep on mentioning, like, 3D, and the video is also really neat in regards to you can showcase specific areas of the home, and where agents had some fear about doing 3D was that, hey, I'm like literally giving someone the ability to set me aside and essentially walk around my listing and rule it out before I've had the opportunity to tell them all about it. And I'm hearing that a lot of our clients, what they're doing is they're setting up like Zoom showings, embedding the 3D into the showing and saying, hey, at 9 a.m., I'll meet you at the front door, and then like share their screen. And now they completely control that showing. They take them to the parts of the home in the 3D tour that they want to showcase with regard to that listing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you can never do this type of stuff before, like virtually. Right. So there's real creative ways to use this 3D, and our clients, I mean, even like, I've had some clients that are my age that have leveraged TikTok. I mean, TikTok is not my generation, platform. And they had a listing in Rancho Santa Fe that got like close to 2 million views on TikTok with a 3D tour that they did there in Rancho Santa Fe. So there's real creative ways to use this thing. So whoever you're working with, hopefully they can help partner and give you a market edge with some of this new technology.
Guys, thank you, Paolo, for your time. It's been fantastic. It's been amazing. It's been brilliant. You're awesome. I have all of Paolo's contact details in the description box below. It's going to be awesome, guys. Crush the bell, smash the like button. Paolo, thank you for your time, bud.
Of course, Kevin. You got it, buddy. Have a good one.
It's been a pleasure. Cheers.
Bye.